on Women Radio 91.7. Asia, how are you doing? How are you doing? It's so nice to see you. Hi, everyone. I'm excited to be here again. Last week conversation was super amazing. And I have no doubt that today's conversation is going to be super duper exciting as well. So welcome to Real Women, Real Talk with me, your host, Kiki Okewale. You know, there are certain things that have always existed in the society. And mm, one of those things is definitely judgment. Judgment is one of them. People have always had opinions. People have opinion about how you should live your life, about how many businesses you should have, about who you should marry, about what kind of job you should be doing. You know, some people, even when you're growing up, some people will tell you that, oh, you should be this, you should be that. People always have their own opinion. People have always talked. Somebody literally looked me in the face and said, why are you doing multiple businesses? People always have their opinion. And I'm sure we met it in this world. We will still live that behavior in this world. People will always have their own opinions. People will always judge. You know that don't judge thing. We listen, we don't judge. We're still judging inside, even if we're not judging outside. So people will always judge. There's always that, people are always opinionated on your own life. Like sometimes I find it very, I'm like, duh, did I ask for your opinion, right? But people have always thought, people have always observed, people have always interpreted, people have always analyzed, and people have always discussed the lives of other people. I'm sure we all do. For good, not for good, there's always something. Talking about other people doesn't necessarily mean that, you're envious or you're jealous or you're everything. But yeah, judging with a side eye, you know what I mean, right? People are always doing that. So it's a lot of times you're sitting down, you're just having a conversation, a talk comes in. That's not new. What is new is the speed. What is new is the scale. What is new is how quickly a private opinion can suddenly become a public narrative. Because today, all it takes is one post. Before the days of social media, you see the social media, I still thought, when people say, oh, it's bad, I'm like, it's got the good side. I love it for my business. But gosh, the negative side of it, the fact that nothing is no longer private. Like, you don't even have to be the one to post something. Somebody can post it on your behalf and share their opinion on your behalf. Hey, the speed to which the public narrative moves is so crazy. Because like I said, all it takes is one post. Have you ever posted something gently, or you were just doing your own thing and you just thought, let me post this thing. And then opinions starts flying right, left, center. People, some things, needs to be joined. But there's something you just wonder, like, what's going on here, right? One photograph is all it takes. One announcement is all it takes. One interview is all it takes. One video is all it takes. The speed at which people can easily start to judge you. Everything is moving so fast because of this day of social media. And suddenly, with one post, one video, one comment, one announcement, something, suddenly thousands of people are discussing someone they've never met before. Hey, honestly, sometimes I just intentionally run away from social media. You see my team posting, but I'm not there. They are posting, but I'm not there because sometimes it becomes so toxic that you're like, how can somebody set camera to be talking about someone else's choice of their life? Who they choose to marry, who they choose to give birth for, who they choose to, what the kind of job they choose to do, where they choose to go. And you see people setting camera I'm not talking about those that don't use light, to ring light. Light here, light at the back, light by the side, to make sure, and people are giving their own opinion. But again, I say, listen, you have no control over that. So that's why you have to be extremely intentional about what you put out there. You have to be extremely intentional about what you put out there. Because the moment you put anything out there, it's out for scrutiny. It's out for the days of everybody supporting you. The days of what are you even doing? Some are nice enough not to put it under your post, but some don't care. They're insulting you under your own post. People start questioning your decisions. They don't fully understand why, and they expect you to explain to them why you made the decision that you made for your life. Make it make sense to me, right? It's okay if you don't understand it. It's okay if it doesn't align with you. Tell me why you're asking me to explain it to you. If you don't get it, forget about it, right? And suddenly thousands of people are discussing, people they've never met, the questions, the decision that they don't fully understand, drawing conclusions from information they only partially have. And the interesting thing is that many of us participate in these conversations almost without thinking. The one that bothers me is when I see people using their business pages to drop comments, to troll, to insult. I'm like, think about it. You're using your own business page. Do you even take yourself seriously? Do you even take your business seriously for you to go on someone else's page and show that you have I don't know the English to use now. Because it's one thing you're thinking it, or you're sending it, you are dropping a comment, you're using your business page to drop a comment, to troll, to insult, because you can share your opinion without being derogatory. You can share your opinion by being constructive, but some people, they go all out. They go all out using their business page. Maybe they forgot what page they are on. I know, right? Yeah, Aisha, I agree with you. I think sometimes some people actually forget what page. Like they have trolling page, business page, personal page, multiple pages to troll people, and suddenly they see that chat or they see that post and they're like, I have to comment now. And they forget what page they are using to troll, to insult. And later you come and say you're not selling. Do you understand? Make it make sense to me. Make it make sense. So a lot of us, we scroll, we react, we comment, we even share. And before long, an opinion becomes a verdict. A narrative becomes a fact. A stranger becomes a villain or a hero. Because let's be honest, there's both sides to social media. Social media has helped a lot of people. Social media has helped a lot of people, myself included. I have 5 business pages on social media, and 5 of the pages bring me clients, bring me jobs. So I don't really think the platform is the problem. I think what we do with it is what matters. What are you doing with the platform? How are you using the platform to make your life better? How are you using your platform to make the world a better place? How are you using your platform to impact the world in a positive way? That is important. So like I said, it could make that person a villain or a hero, depending on who is telling the story. Have you heard some stories sometimes? You'll be wondering that, I've heard some stories about me. Let me not even lie. I've heard some stories about me and I'm wondering, when did this happen? Are they talking about my Kiki? When did this actually happen? Because people know how to tell stories that never even happened. OMG. So depending on who is telling the story. Now, if you've spent any time online this week, you've probably noticed something. Several conversations emerged around people's personal choices. Several conversations emerged around people's relationships. Several conversations emerged around people's life decisions. And let me tell you, I understand that you might not agree with some people's life decisions. You might not agree with some people's relationship. You might not agree with some people's choices. But what fascinated me wasn't necessarily the situation themselves. What fascinated me was how quickly people felt entitled to decide who deserved support, who deserved criticism, who deserved forgiveness, who deserved punishment, who deserves to leave, who deserves to not leave. You know, people are so fast to not only think about it, but set camera about it. Not only think about it, but type in a way that shows that a lot of people do not have depth. Because, you know, in life, whatever decision you take, there are going to be repercussions for good or for bad. And sometimes when we give our opinion, we are saying that the person that made that decision is not wise. We're saying that the person that made that decision, you are more intelligent than that person. I mean, somebody literally looked at me and said, what exactly do? You do too many things. If you can't do too many things, it's okay. I don't go look at people and say, why are you doing only one thing? What gives you the audacity? What gives you the temerity? What gives you the right to tell me I'm doing too many things? Am I asking for your energy? Have I ever come to say, please, borrow me from your energy, my own is low? The audacity of people needs to be studied in university. Because what fascinated me was how people had the entitlement to other people's life. You don't need to agree with you. I agree with you. There's so many things I say I don't agree with. Does that give me the entitlement? Does that give me the right? And if you want to say something, can you not say it constructively? Some of you are the reason why some people want to leave planet Earth. Some of you make people feel like I'm worthless. I don't want to be in this world. Your choice of words can break or make people. So we need to be extremely careful. It was how quickly people moved from observation to judgment. How quickly moved from judgment that became action. Calls to unfollow, calls to withdraw support, calls to boycott. It happens a lot on social media. Before you know it, we are boycotting this person. Before you know it, this person does not deserve to live. Before you know it, all kind of things are happening. Calls to publicly distance ourselves from people whose lives we know only through snippets of information. If you unfollow some people, they will not even notice. So you feel you are punishing them by unfollowing them. They never even knew you're following them. You remove yourself, you distance. They don't even know. A lot of times a lot of us feel like we're more important than we are. Ain't nobody got time. Everybody is busy trying to make something of their life. And the person that wears the shoe is the one that knows where it ought. The one that makes a decision to have multiple business knows what is driving her. The one that makes a decision to have surrogate baby knows why. The ones that decide to do whatever. This message is from Asia. She says, people measure what you can do based on their own capacity. And if they can't, it means you should not, because you are reflecting their failure and their fear. I totally agree with you. I am totally in sync with what you've just said. Now, people want to judge you based on what they can do. Oh, I can't marry this person. That is you. Let the person that can marry the person marry the person. Oh, I can't have a donor surrogate. Let the person that can have it. It is the opinion for me and the entitlement to feel that people need to. I mean, what is the need to shalaye? What is the need? You don't have the capacity to do the things that these people are doing. Let them do it. I understand that it might make you feel insecure. I understand it might make you feel like a failure. I understand it might make you feel like somebody one time, are you the only one? Am I the only one? God gave you everything. The question is, what are you doing with it? God gave you. He gives multiple talent. He gives multiple opportunities. God is not man. That one person offends you one time and next thing you are like, I'm never in my life. I'm never going to support this person. I'm never going to do this. That is not God. That is not God. He gives multiple opportunities. He gives you multiple purpose. Because your life is not just about you. If you're living a life thinking your life is just because of you, you've missed it. How about the people that you can impact? How about the people that your life can change? How about the doors you can open for other people because you said yes to everything God has given to you? Do you know that when you go back to your creator, your maker, do you even realize he will ask you that I gave you this talent? What did you do with it? All the time you are using to troll people. You are using to share your opinion. At times you could have used to invest in yourself. Asia said, I'm not sick, I'm not dying. You are asking me, am I the only one? I hate that question. I hate that question too, Asia. I hate that question. What is wrong with you? The same 24 hours that I have or that somebody else has is what you have. Instead of you to ask how you can learn from this person, how you can leverage on this person, how you can lean on this person, you're asking, are you the only one? Do you have to do everything? Is it your team? If I don't do it, are you going to do it? Go do it. Go do it. Don't feel like anybody is taking your shine. We can all shine. We can all win. We can all rise to the top because the top, lonely at the top, lonely, lonely, lonely. That song is not just a song. It's truly lonely at the top. We need a lot of more people on the top. So instead of feeling so opinionated about other people's life, can you promise me that you will spend that time focusing on your life? That you will spend that time focusing on your family? That you will spend that time focusing on your business? Because you know what? Time wasted cannot be regained. It cannot be regained. So it really got me thinking, when did public opinion become so powerful? When did perception become something capable of influencing careers? When did perception become something so capable of influencing businesses? When did perception become something so capable of influencing opportunities, of influencing relationships? And perhaps more importantly, when did we become so comfortable deciding who people are based on, who people are based on fragments of their story. Do you realize that when you see somebody's post, it's a curated post? And a lot of us are judging people based on curated posts. And that's why there's a lot of fakeness in the world right now. Because, we're in this era of fake it till you make it. I saw one post and that really got me cracking. This person they used a cardboard to create like they were inside a plane. So when you take a picture, it looks like, oh, the side of the plane. Who are we deceiving? Who are we deceiving? And some people will see the post and feel pressured. Sholape is now traveling. We started this business together. Yewande is now this. Shoma is now that. Peppering yourself. And you have no vision. If you are taking anything seriously on Instagram, I am telling you this for free. And you have no idea what you're doing. I've seen some posts that I know when some of my friends, they travel. They'll probably post it like 1 year after. And somebody somewhere is pressuring themselves. Oh, this person traveled here. This person, listen. Curated reels, that's just a fragment. That's just what people want you to see. A lot of people want you to see the lie while they are building their lives. A lot of you are building, and what you're showing out is different. And it's the same thing. I mean, I don't come here showing you the days I'm rolling on the floor. Yeah. I don't come here and show. I mean, once in a while, I come to tell you, like, I'm human as well. I feel down. I feel upset. Oh, sometimes I fail when I try to do something and everything. But that's still a curated message. If I record it and it's not okay, I'll delete it. It is a curated message. So, if we're being honest, most of us know what it feels like to be misunderstood. I don't know about you. I know I've been misunderstood many times. A lot of us have felt, we understand what it is. Most of us know what it feels like for someone to assume something about us that wasn't true. And we also know how we ought. Let me gist you. One time I was at a salon. I went there, I sat down. Of course, the salon, the person making my hair knows me, right? She knows me. She knows what I do. She knows my brand, all of that, da, da, da. Then 2 other people came in. They were sitting on the opposite side. We were backing each other. And they were literally talking about me. So in the salon, they say if you want to hear gist, the salon, barber, nail studio, all those places, because people always go. That's where you be hearing gist. And they were talking about me. This was about 13 years ago. This particular gist was about 13 years ago. I just got married to my husband then. And so they were talking. And the girl making my hair was saying, Auntie, is that what they are talking about? Because they mentioned my brand, this and that. And, they were saying, oh, yeah, she did that. Oh, yeah. I should not say, Auntie, is it not you? Is it not the same you? When did this happen? Because the person and I were kind of even close. I'm like, I don't know, but let's hear it. Let's hear it. And they had their own opinion. They had their own story. That wasn't the truth. I wasn't willing to start shalaying because really, do I care? I don't. Does it put food on my table? It doesn't. Did it hurt? Yes. I go home, I cried. I told my husband, so can you imagine what they're saying? Can you imagine? My husband was like, why do you care? I can't believe that even you that you're always strong. I can't believe you're shedding a tear for people that enter the place. They didn't even recognize you. We've all felt misunderstood. We all once in a while feel, bad about someone who assumed something about us that wasn't true. Most of us know what it feels like to wish people understood the full story before they start forming their opinion. We know. So this evening on Real Women, Real Talk, we're talking about the weight of public perception. The weight of public perception. Why public opinion carries so much influence today. The difference between perception and reality. The role that social media plays in shaping the narratives. The emotional cost of public judgment. And whether we've become so quick to judge that we've forgotten how to understand. You see, as I heard about the death of Alex Okubo, and God rest his soul. Meanwhile, talking about that, I have cried so much. You would think that we are blood related. In fact, I intentionally 2 days ago and yesterday tried to stay away from social media because it was too much. It was too much. Such a talent, such a fine boy, such a young man, gone just like that. And one thing that I took away from everything everyone was saying was his kindness, was his love that he showered upon people. I watched something they really posted yesterday to celebrate him. Even though he didn't know he was carrying his own cross and burden at that point, he heard they really wasn't feeling well on social media. He sent a message. See, let me tell you, kindness is the best thing that you can give. And guess what? It is free. The greatest thing to give people, they are free. Be kind with your words. Be kind with your actions. Be kind. Don't let social media turn you into a vampire. Don't let social media turn you into, behind the keyboard. Nobody can see you. Some people that cannot even talk to you if they see you in public, the way they bash you on social media. Why? Because they can. Uncle Mark has made it easy for everybody to feel like they can talk to anybody anyhow. Sometimes I saw one post, somebody was dropping a comment on Femi Otedola's post. I'm like, and they were insulting. I'm like, this day and age, hey, I don't get it. But honestly, the role social media is taking in shaping the narrative, we have to be extremely intentional about it. We have to be so intentional about the things that we say, about how we show up for other people, about the kindness that we give other people. And what was I saying? I was talking about when people were truly insulting Alex 2 years ago. Now everybody is saying, the same people that trolled this guy, the same people that insulted the life out of this guy. Now they are saying, now the real gist came out. They're not saying, oh, we didn't know. Oh, how we wish we knew. Do you have to know the full story before you give kindness to people? You see, on the streets of social media, we're always too quick. We don't even put ourselves in the shoes of other people. We don't. Because we can type, we have money to buy data. We have a phone. We feel we can type anything. Forgetting that the one on the other side is human like us. And as human, there's a limit to what we can bear. There's a limit to what we can carry. What will it cost you to be kind to other people? What will it cost you to be generous with your kind words? If you don't have something good to say, what will it cost you to say nothing? Why do we have the urge to always pour more sand inside someone else's garri? Why? Why? The emotional cost of public judgment is a lot. It is a lot. Whether we've become so quick to judge that we have forgotten how to understand. But first, you know what's coming. I'm here to play my song. And I have to give you that song. But today I had a whole lot to say. I didn't even, we had to get into it real quick. Today we are not playing, we are not playing Tatiana Manoy. We are playing I'm Every Woman by Whitney Houston. Because why not? I'm every woman. Let's enjoy. I will be right back. Make sure you don't go nowhere because this conversation today, we have to talk about it. Let's go. Whatever you need, anything you want done, baby. Every woman, it's all in me. Okay, so the network is not letting us enjoy. The network is not letting us enjoy the song very well. So let's just go into it. But of course, I love the song a lot. I'm Every Woman. It's all in me. But let's just go on because if the network doesn't want us to enjoy the song, we have a lot that we want to talk about. And we don't have a lot of time. We only have barely 20-something minutes left. And like I said, the topic for today is the weight of public perception. The weight of public perception. If you're just joining us, welcome back. This is Real Women, Real Talk. I am your host, Kiki Okewale, and we're talking about the weight of public perception. And I want to quickly share this quote with you from Eleanor Roosevelt. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Another one is from Michelle Obama. When they go low, where do we go? Complete it for me. When they go low, we go where? And that reminds me, a friend of mine was saying, when they go low, we go lower. when they wanted to turn her head in, she said, Kiki, don't tell me when they go low, we go high. When they go low, I'm going lower. I'm like, no, we're not going lower. When they go low, we go high. That's what Michelle Obama said. Let's stay demure. But sometimes, honestly, when they go low, that thing will do your end. Bang, 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 bang. Like, should I show them that I can be lower? Like, should I show them that it's not only them that can go low, but no. Michelle Obama says, when they go low, we go high. So let me paint a picture for you, and I want you to be honest with yourself. You open your phone, you see a trending topic, thousands of comments, hundreds of opinions, people passionately defending one side, others passionately attacking another. Asia says, but sometimes though, I'm with your friend because I am the one. Asia, oh my God, I'm on radio. let's not teach them on radio to go lower. I know, right? Trust me. Sometimes when it hits your head, you're just like, you think you're the only one? You think you're the only one that can go low? We're going lower. But no, we follow Michelle Obama. Okay? Promise me. When they go low, we are going high. All right? So as I was saying, You open your phone, you see trending topic, you see thousands of comments, you see hundreds of opinions, people passionately defending one side, other passionately attacking another side. You haven't read all the facts. You don't even know everyone involved. But almost immediately, you start forming an opinion. Not because you are a bad person, not because you are malicious, not because you are anything, but because you're human. And that's what humans do, right? We look for meaning. We try to make sense of what we're seeing. And the challenge is that in today's world, we are often forming opinions based on very little information. So that's the part for me. We're quick to form opinion based on very little information. A 30-second clip, a screenshot. And these days, people know how to save screenshots. They would delete their own part and do a screenshot. And we're forming our opinion based on that screenshot. We're forming an opinion based on an headline. Have you seen the way bloggers do headline? Hey, when you go and read the story, you feel like beating them. How does your headline align with the story that you shared? But guess what? You want people to quickly form an opinion, to judge. So you write a very, very condescending, a very, very untrue headline. Because, headline would drag people. We form opinions from captions. We form opinions from a rumor. And yet, we often feel completely confident about the conclusions we may not have enough information to make. Because how much information can you really get on social media? Really? Now, none of this means people shouldn't have opinion. Because as a human, we will always have opinion. We will always have what sits with us, what doesn't sit with us, what aligns with our core values, what doesn't align with our core values, what we think is right, what we think is not right, is normal. That's okay. That's not the problem here. Of course we should. Every human being should have an opinion. Every human being should be able to think, to be able to say, you know what? Because otherwise, if you're not able to think of what is good for you, what is not good, you begin to do nonsense. You begin to just do anything because you're not thinking. So we're not saying don't have your own opinions. The question is whether we've become too comfortable, mistaking perception for reality. Do we mistake perception for reality? Because perception is powerful. Sometimes people don't respond to who you are. Do you know that? They respond to who they believe you are. You are a Christian. But do people actually believe you are a Christian? Your words, your action, your thoughts, your this, your post, does it reflect that you're a Christian? So you are a Christian. But people are not going to respond to you based on what you say. They're going to respond to you based on what they believe. They think you're a thief. They will respond to you like you're a thief. If you like, don't be a thief. They think you're a bad person. They will match that energy, whether it is true or not, based on the perception of what is here, not the reality. A lot of times, some people don't care about the reality. They'll just be like, I don't care. That's what I think. I don't care. That's who I think you are. I don't care. That's how I think you act. And they just respond to you from that angle. So people don't respond to who you are. They respond to who they believe you are. And those are not always the same thing. A lot of times, honestly, people are not truly who we think they are. A lot of times, our perceptions are wrong. Oh, this person is always what's that word? There's a particular word I heard somebody say. She's always it's not proud, it's not arrogant. She's always so full of herself. There's a word for it. But maybe the person is shy. You don't know if maybe internally the person is actually shy. And you're saying, oh, the person is always this. And it can be in the positive and the negative. Let me tell you, naturally, and I know you won't believe this, and it's okay. No one has ever believed me. But can you believe that I'm actually a shy person? I know. You say shy, okay? Even my PA here is smiling. Like, you shy. But I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a shy person. But people believe that I am not a shy person. And that's how they respond to me. When I'm saying, oh, I can't go on that stage. Oh, no, I'm so shy. Or I want to go into a hall. Or I want to go into a space that people are already sitting is filled up. I'm always shy. But people will say, you, shy, Ke. Anyway, Kiki, please talk. I'm like, I am shy. But I don't believe it. And they respond to me with that energy of, we don't believe you are shy. So it's okay. I know that I'm shy. If you like, don't believe it. And you might feel like my voice, yeah, voice is very, I'm still shy. I'm a shy person. But as they refuse to believe you, what am I going to do? Asia says, I know people think I don't get nervous, right? But you actually do get nervous. But people will respond to you with what they believe that you. So people believe I've never failed in anything in life. Meanwhile, me and failure, we are 5 and 6 like this. But I never let it stop me. You tend to see the one that I've succeeded in. You don't see the ones I've failed in. Failure for me is not a bad thing. Failure for me has never. I started experiencing failure at the age of 11. It's not a new thing. So she said, I know people think I don't get nervous. I do. I just know how to hide it in public. And you see. So people will be matching Asia with that. She's not a nervous person. She can never get nervous. She can never do this. But deep down, she knows that she. So what am I trying to say? It could be the positive and it could be the negative. So it is not always the truth sometimes, what we think we know. The phone lines are open. Have you ever been misunderstood before? Have you ever felt unfairly judged before? Call me. Let's talk about it. Have you ever discovered that your first impression of someone was completely wrong? This is the one I want us to talk about. Have you ever judged somebody before? Like in your mind, this person is this, that. And then you now later get to know that person. You now realize that you misjudged that person. Has that ever happened to you before? Because that has definitely happened to me. But please, let's talk about this. I want you to call. The number to call is 07000 917 917. 07000 917 917. We also have a toll-free line, meaning that for my beautiful ladies, if you call with this line, you will not be charged. The number is 0800 1235 917. I'll say that again. 0800 1235 917. If you're watching on social media, please drop a comment. Have you ever misjudged somebody before? When you got to know the person or when you got to get more information about the person, you realize that something will happen. You just be like, God. In Yoruba, they say, meaning that God, don't judge me based on the things I've said about this person, because you now realize that all the things you've said about the person or thought about the person is not actually the truth, right? So I want you to phone in. I want you to drop me a comment, please. I love it when you drop me a comment. It means that I'm not here by myself. It's always exciting when I know that you're here with me and we're having fun together here. So please do well to call. You can also send a text or WhatsApp message to 070-3175-6537. Remember, you can also download. You can also listen to us via the website www.wfm917. You can also download the mobile app WFM917 so you don't get to miss. We have lots of beautiful programs on Women Radio 91.7. All right. So while I wait for you If you're just joining us, this is still Real Women, Real Talk with me, your host, Kiki Okewale. I like to say Kiki Okewale. It's like that, my Okewale surname is always shocking me. So I love it. So if you're just joining us, we're talking about the weight of public perception. I'm waiting for you to call, Lou. I'm waiting for you to call. I know one time they used to say radio is Asoro Magbesi, but me, my own radio, I want to Gbesi you. I want you to call. I want you to share. I want you to share your opinion with me. I want you to, let's just have a conversation. And again, we've been saying if you have anything you want to talk about that can impact other people, stories that you'd like to share that can help other people, please send me a personal DM. I am Kiki Okewale. I like to bring people to my show, you want to come and talk about anything that can help another woman, whether it's about marriage, whether it's about business, whether it's about raising children, whether you want to come and enlighten people about abuse, you want to come, you want to share your life story. Hello? Hello? I can hear you now. Thank you for calling. Your name and where you are calling from. Oh, network. No. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Is she back? Hello? I lost the call. Please do well to call us again. I would definitely love to hear from you because, yes, it's a conversation. I want to know, have you ever misjudged somebody before? And when you got to know this true situation, you're like, oh my God, I actually misjudged this person. Or have you ever been misunderstood before and it really hurts you? Come and share with us. Have you ever felt unfairly judged before? Come and share with us. Tonight, we're talking about the weight of public opinion. Now, number one, we have become addicted to certainty. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling us from?
My name is Pleasant.
Your name is?
My name is Pleasant.
Pleasant. Thank you so much for calling. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Lagos.
From Lagos. Awesome. So what would you like to say about our topic today? Which part of it are you responding to?
Misjudging someone.
Misjudging someone. Let's have it.
Okay, when I first came into my school, I met this girl and she was all like rude. And at least that's what I thought she was.
At that point.
Now she's my best friend.
Oh my God, Pleasant. Oh my God. Thank you so much for sharing. How did that make you feel though? How did it make you feel?
Confused.
You're like, how did this person I judge like this suddenly become like a nice person, now my best friend, right? Did this person ever know that you felt that way before? Did you ever talk about it? You didn't talk about it. I'm sure you're like, I don't want her to know that I misjudged that, right? So I'm sure that you must have felt bad, like, I'm so glad I got to know who this person is truly. It made you feel good knowing that this person is actually a good person, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes a lot of us, like, we feel they are rude, but maybe sometimes people are trying to hide, their shyness, their insecurities, their this, or sometimes people are actually in a bad place the day we met them, right? Maybe something had already gotten them angry and everything. And we use that one situation to misjudge people, right?
Yeah, she was actually angry.
So you met her when she was angry. And you're just like, why is this person such a rude person? Oh my God, Pleasant, you're so amazing. What do you do, Pleasant? Are you still a student?
Yes.
So where's your school? What do you do? What course are you doing?
No, I'm actually still in SS2.
Oh my God. And you decided to call us. You're so sweet. Thank you so much for calling. We wish you all the best with your education. And thank you for giving that friend of yours the grace. Thank you for seeing her in a new light. And I'm glad that you called. Pleasant. Thank you so very much. Have a good evening. Oh, that was pleasant. Pleasant is definitely very pleasant. I like it. And did you hear Pleasant? She met that person and felt, oh, this person is so rude. But now, guess what? They are BFFs. Oh my God, these are the kind of stories I like to hear. And this is just to buttress the point. Hello, we have another call. Hello. Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling us from, please. I can hear you loud and clear.
From Magboro.
I didn't catch your name, but I heard that you're calling from Magboro. Your name is Angel.
My name is, yes.
From Magboro. Thank you. What part of this conversation are you contributing?
Misunderstanding someone.
Misunderstanding someone. Okay, let's have it.
Particular teacher in our school. Not that was my mom bestie.
Your mom's bestie. Oh, network.
Yeah, I was like, I raised up my hand in class. She's asked a question. I'll be like, I'll raise up my hand, but she won't pick me. I'll be like, I hate this woman. I don't like her. She's always rude. PTA meeting. So she now looked my mom, not knowing that both of them were friends.
Oh my God. So did you tell your mom that you were misjudging the person?
I told my mom that this is the woman that I said that I told you I hate. And my mom was like, you hate this woman. This friendly woman, you hate her. Like, I don't understand her. So she went to meet the woman. So I was in the conversation that we were built 2 years ago.
Wow. Wow. How did that make you feel, though? How did that make you feel?
I was guilty, and my mom was like, it's okay. There's nothing bad.
Yes.
Maybe because we're much in, I don't say because we're much in class, I was being
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Angel. I love when people can share their vulnerability because it's okay. We are all human. It's okay. We sometimes misjudge people. Sometimes people misjudge us unfairly, for that matter. And the most important thing is, even during that judging other people, we should be kind in our thoughts and the things that we say. So we've had Pleasant and we've had Angel. I wish I had more time because I personally still have things I want to share. But no, time is telling me that I have to leave. Chai, it's paining me. Do you know that I have multiple points that I want to share today? In fact, I have like 5 points that I want to share, but I've not even shared one. And time is already fast spent. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for calling Pleasant. Thank you so much for calling Angel. Thank you for sharing how we sometimes misjudge other people. Thank you so much, Asia, for holding it down together for me on social media. You are my real MVP. Today, you are my VIP guest, and I love it for us. Thank you so much. Wow, time is fast spent. Conclusion. As we wrap up this evening, I want you to live with this thought. The next time you encounter a story online, don't be quick to conclude. Pause before assuming you know everything. Pause before joining the crowd. Try to ask for the spirit of discernment. The spirit of discernment is very, very important. Pause before reducing a human being to a headline. Do you hear that? Pause before you just, reduce a human being to headline, because life is really that simple. People are more complicated than their mistakes, more complicated than their controversies, more complicated than their public perception. And perhaps one of the greatest acts of wisdom today is recognizing that there's usually more to the story than what we see. The truth is, every single one of us hopes to be understood. Every single one of us hopes to be given grace. Every single one of us hopes to be seen as more than our worst moment. We all have bad days, bad moments, but we are hoping that people can see us beyond those moments. So maybe the question tonight isn't whether public opinion or public perception matters? Of course, it does. Maybe the better question is whether we've allowed public perception to become more powerful than understanding. Because while perception can shape narratives, character tells the deeper story. And character is often built in places the public never gets to see. I'd like to say a very big thank you. I'm going to be leaving you with Unstoppable by Sia as I wrap up, but I'd like to say a very big thank you to everyone who called and those that tried to call, those that texted, and those that joined the conversation tonight on social media, on YouTube. Thank you so very much. Remember that not every story is the full story. That is so, so, so important for us to know. So thank you so much for joining. Remember, don't just join the crowd. Think, ask for the spirit of discernment. I'd like to say a very big thank you to my producer, Rose Yusuf Kaiser, my executive producer, Tom Okewale Shonaya, my executive producer, my executive assistant, Rosemary Ben Bassi, and finally, my personal assistant, Eniola Ogunkoya. Join us again next week, Friday, at exactly 5 p.m. for another enlightening conversation on Real Women, Real Talk with me, your host, Kiki Okewale. Do have a restful evening and a beautiful weekend. Till we meet again next week, make sure you stay safe, stay blessed, and stay happy. Bye, guys. Bye.